know, it's like in school. If we think back when we went to school and we prepared for a test, and the paper comes in front of you, if you're prepared, you don't panic. For me, it's the same thing. If I'm winning or losing, I need to concentrate on what was my game plan, what did I come here to do. I'll try, okay, maybe make it a more physical match if it's going too easy for the opponent, adjust a little bit, but not really go completely off track. But I don't think it's enough just to love it and then just to do it and go out and win it. It's not that simple. You need to have structured goals. You need to tell yourself, okay, what are my goals for the short term? What are my goals for the long term? Now that I've accomplished almost everything, I'm supposed to go out on the tennis court thinking, let's just play free, it's just hit the ball, who cares, you know? But this is not how you're going to win matches, because it comes down to margins, and you have to be so clear in your mind exactly what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And for me, it doesn't work without any goals, without any targets. I cannot compete properly. Remember where your roots are, and remember where your strengths lie. I think it's especially also important for me that I always believed these are my strengths, and this is what either in tennis I work on, or these are my strengths in my personality, and this is what also maybe people want to see and hear and feel. I think many people always feel like they have to work on their weaknesses, you know. I mean, I don't know how it works in the business world as much, but anyway, in tennis, working on your weaknesses makes you maybe an overall complete player, but you won't be dangerous anymore, you know. So I think you can sometimes relate to that in some businesses as well. That's why I like to work on the strength, and it's really helped me throughout my career. I guess one thing I always try to do is always question myself. Even in the best of times when I was hardly losing any matches, and also when you're playing bad and things are bad, you always question yourself. Am I good enough? Or what do I need to do? But when you're winning and things are going well, you sometimes tend to forget that, but that's actually the best time, I think, to question yourself. So I think that for me was instrumental in my career. Work-life balance.
Yeah, finding the right.
Okay.
Now the answer's coming down here.
I'm trying to get this one, okay? The moment I left the tennis courts,
right.
I tried to forget what I just did on the tennis court for at least a moment. Okay, in the back of your mind, you have to stay the business person, or you have to stay the tennis player, just to, because that's who you are, you know, that's your number one priority, maybe next to your family if you have or not. But so that to me was always really key, and I think honestly I've mastered cutting the two things from each other, you know, the business world to the private, the personal life. I started the Roger Federer Foundation Christmas Day in 2003. And honestly, I learned so much from it, just being in it, because you have to be super transparent. There's certain rules and regulations to a foundation I didn't know about. I just thought it's nice to give back and ask people. It's not as simple as it seems, you know. But with the foundation, there you really know you're having an impact. And that's why I did a trip to Ethiopia, I did a trip to South Africa. I think it's very important also to see the ground. And everybody who has, I think, a possibility to have an impact on someone. It doesn't need always to be financially. People sometimes underestimate that. It can be inspirational, it can be just time you give, you know, to help someone. I think that should be really done. But then I know it's very hard, and people don't always find the time or the right people to do it. But for me, it's been amazing, and I'm looking forward to what's to come with the foundation. You are the talent, you know. I used to be a talent as well, and it's not always easy to be a talent. It's great to be a talent, but I think doing it for me was the hardest part. Making the breakthrough. That was for me honestly, breaking from juniors to seniors, just making that step. You have no choice. You get older, so you can't go back to juniors anymore. There's no more escape plan. So that was hard, and then proving yourself. I had people probably don't even know this, but people were questioning me, like, was I always going to be the talent that was never going to have the big results? That was when I lost first round in 2003 at the French Open. I went on to win Wimbledon, and the rest is history.